You say the adults have let you down.
Well, the adults in office.
Okay, that was a very stark setup. You say the adults have let you down. That's your cue. Start talking, kid.
Have let us down, absolutely. And fortunately, we have a lot of support from
He's reading right there. Look at where his eyes are at.
the older generations here. But what we're trying to do here at March for Our Lives is say the adult politicians have been playing around while my generation has been losing our lives. If you see how they treat each other in the office, if you see the nasty, dirty things going on with them, it's sad to think that that's what they're doing while 17 people are being slaughtered and gunned down only yards away from where we're sitting right now. And March for Our Lives has support from everybody. And at the end of the day, this isn't a red and blue thing. This isn't Democrats and Republicans. This is about everybody and how we are begging for our lives and we are getting support, but we need to make real change here, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
This is very prepared. This is very political. This is a piece of sick and disgusting propaganda that is being perpetuated on the death and blood of people that he knew, and he simply doesn't care. I don't know if he's been brainwashed. I don't know if he's been paid. I don't know if he's been promised something. Who knows? But this seems very, very practiced to me. And this seems like these aren't his words.
So, Emma, what is the plan? You say you want to spark a national movement. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to actually make it happen. What are you going to do?
Well, what we have set up right now, we have a website, March for Our Lives. We're going to be doing a march in March on Washington where we get students all over the country are going to be joining us. These kids.
Okay, that was a cut that didn't need to be there. And if you hear the little click on the audio, that was that was an interlaced cut so that they could make it sound like this is just what she said, right? So this is practice. This was cut together.
Are going to make this difference because the adults let us down. And at this point, I don't even know if the adults in power who are funded by the NRA, I don't even think we need them anymore because they're going to be gone by midterm election. The
adults that are funded by the NRA, we don't even need them anymore. These aren't her words. These aren't her words. She's being coached up in a way, and that is a very that is as far left goes. That is as Antifa gets. We don't need them anymore. Meaning half of the country should just fall down and die. That's what they mean. That is what they think. This is what your typical Democrat thinks. This is what your typical liberal thinks. People in blue states want you dead.
Barely any time for them to save their skins, and if they don't turn around right now and state their open support for this movement, they're going to be left behind because you are either with us or against us at this point.
We are giving a lot
I'm against you at this point.
of the politicians that we feel neglected by a clean slate.
Okay, what was in between there? Because this is a very weird cut. And you can tell it was a cut because there's no interaction in between the two. It went directly from the young lady to the young man, and it's basically two interlaced points that they wanted to put together, and there was nothing from the moderator whatsoever. It just went from one to the other, and it seems like a very strange cut to me.
Because that's the past, and we understand that. But from here on, we are creating a badge of shame for any politicians who are accepting money from the NRA. It is a special interest group that has most certainly not our best interest.
Where does the NRA get their money, by the way? NRA, by the way, does far less political money than even unions do. Unions spend billions of dollars a year lobbying, yet no one seems to complain about them, whereas the NRA, maybe a couple of million. It's literally that much of a difference, my friends. And the question is, where does the money from the NRA come from? Where does it come from? It comes from people. It comes from you and me. It comes from average, everyday Americans that believe in the things that the NRA is lobbying for. And it comes from a group of people that are not coerced into paying union dues. No one's coerced into giving the NRA money. No one's forced into it. Yet millions of people on a yearly basis give whatever they can to the NRA because they believe the NRA is protecting their rights. Maybe more people should give to the NRA, and maybe the NRA should spend more money lobbying.